This is Russell with Community Financials. In this video, Amanda Hilton from TOPS and I discuss what a homeowner would see when using TOPS 1, including seeing their account balance, making a payment, and accessing community documents online.
Yeah, but it's important for the board members to see. This is what
Sure.
the owners will be able to view and see when they can log into the system. And why don't you give us a short tour of where they see their dues and how they could pay their dues online as a start.
Sure. So yeah, eventually, this will be expanded for board members. It'll just recognize if they're a board member and give them options like directory, and the AP approval process is going to be built into that too. So this will be expanded next year for board access. For right now, the owners themselves would have the ability to see all their open items, which is all this stuff you see here. And the color coding does match TOPS. So if you noticed, the work order activity in TOPS was purple, just like it is here. CCR activity is red. Any financial information is green, obviously. These yellow ones are just general messages that the owner can submit through this little plus sign. So that's just a general communication to the manager. Work orders, service requests, any architectural requests, so home modifications. Just to give you a little.
So a question for you, Amanda. The sending a message from the unit owner, can we parse it out by type of message goes to a type of person, or does it all go to one email address?
That's a great question. And at this time, it's just going to go to the assigned person. So whether that's the manager or somebody else, you just have the one. Their details going to show up down here.
If they're self-managed.
Yeah, it could be. It's whoever you put as the assigned portal recipient. So any updates in the portals, an email will be sent to that person, and it will pop up as a task for that person in their TOPS 1. So if it's a board member, they'll see it. If it's a manager, they'll get the emails and they'll see it in their task list.
Going back to the portal, if somebody wants to view what their monthly assessment is or what their annual assessment is, where would they find that information?
So this is the balance breakdown, and this is going to show all the charges and what's enrolled in auto pay. So within these portals, you don't have the ability yet to do one-time pay. You guys use Pack Premier for the most part? Is that right?
Paylease.
Okay, good. Paylease is actually the partner we use as the payment engine for the TOPS Pay ACH solution. So you see this association fee here is enrolled in TOPS Pay or auto pay. That's a solution embedded in these portals that the owners can enroll in to do free auto pay. All those transactions will automatically come back to your TOPS system. So it's real time. It's not like they're going to make a payment and it's not going to show up in TOPS. You and any board members would be able to see that activity right away. Same for any.
So when you say auto pay, that's when they set up their bank account and it sets up a ACH direct kind of debit arrangement?
Yes, that's right. And it's free, like I said. If you've got any of that set up already in TOPS Pro, we can migrate it so you don't have to re-enroll or regather all that. But the point is that the owners are responsible for managing all that. It doesn't get stored in TOPS. So you by no means are going to have any kind of sensitive or vulnerable information for the owner bank accounts in here. You're not going to be producing any NACHA files. As a financial company, I'm sure you understand the liabilities there. So we try to secure it as much as possible. That's why we use Paylease as the payment engine for this. So it's TOPS Pay, it's TOPS product, but Paylease runs it. But yeah, you can see the breakdown of fees, the account history by period with all the charges and payments. And then if they wanted to do a one-time,
they wanted to see where their last payment was, they can look that up too. Payment history.
Yes. Yeah. If there were any payments, it would show the payment with the check number, just like it shows the, charge batch number when you apply those. Because it's a SQL database, it automatically will assign like these unique identifiers to every transaction. But also if you put in like a check number from, a check that was made for one of these payments, it would show that as well.
Right. And then if they want to make a payment, you were just showing where they would go to do that.
Yeah, so this Pay Now button right now is redirecting to BB&T. That just happens to be the demo setup, but this would just redirect to Paylease for you. Eventually, that will be embedded in here, and I would imagine since you guys are using Paylease and they're already the partner we're using for TOPS Pay, that you'll be at that point sooner than anybody else will. But eventually, TOPS Pay will include one-time pay options that are embedded. But for right now, that Pay Now button would just redirect your owners to the Pay Lease website.
Where they can choose to set up ACH one-time or recurring payments, or they can choose to pay by credit card with a convenience fee.
Yep, that's right. Yep. And account history, that's going to be just what you see here, same thing. Account settings, they can also access by clicking on their name or property address, and that just lets them update their alternate mailing address or their phone numbers. Again, if they update any of that, you do receive an email or the assigned manager or whoever, just to be able to track that better. So if you need to be sending collection notices to an alternate mailing address or something, you know when that gets submitted, and it's not just going to be something buried in the system that you overlook. It also updates all the records in TOPS. So if somebody posts a comment on a pending work order or sends a message about paying their dues, all that stuff does get tracked on the TOPS record. So there's no back and forth entry that you have to do on any of this.
And then the document library is a feature I like a lot because that allows associations to post up things like the insurance certificates or rules and regulations so that the unit owners can find that and have quick access to it.
That's exactly right. And you'll notice there's a couple of different sections. You've got the category of property, which is just going to be Amberly's specific owner or property docs, things like her ACH enrollment form, her resale docs, and then community docs is obviously your governing docs, your agendas, minutes, so on and so forth. And then from TOPS 1, the process of getting that stuff into the portals is very easy. If I pop into one of these communities and show you the attachment gallery, from here is where you're going to do all the publishing of the documents to the portals. So if I scroll down here a little bit, you see this attachment gallery. This is on every page of TOPS 1. So whether it's community docs, property docs, owner docs, bank docs, vendor docs, you can upload individually or in mass.
I could
click
set
edit on.
up that's a permission for a board member access. They could add these if they wanted to.
Exactly. And you can publish one individually, or you could select all, or select multiple ones, obviously, and then from here you could email them in mass, publish them to the portals in mass, copy them to another community, move them entirely, add tags. So if you want to search for certain document types, you could put certain tabs or labels, and then use your global search. So a board member could search for estoppel, and he'll find all of the estoppels for that month or whatever within his community if you wanted to, allow document searching that way too.
Amanda, this has been terrific. It's been a great help, and I know a lot of this information is going to be well received by our clients and prospects to help make overseeing their self-managed community easier.
Perfect. Well, I'm glad I could help. Thanks a ton, Russell. Just let me know if there's anything else I can do for you.